So there are a total of 6 trigonometric functions. We've talked about sine, and we've talked about cosine. Okay, we've told you when we have an angle that's being swept out, so say here, we're on the unit circle, say this is t, that angle there, then we picture a point here, x and y, where y represents this distance here, and x represents this distance here. So you see this triangle that's being formed right here. It's a right triangle. And then this is a unit circle, so the radius over here, or the hypotenuse of the right triangle, is 1. Okay, and so we said the sine of t. Now remember, these are functions, so you have to have an argument. You have to take the sine of something. You can't just put sin. So it's going to be the sine of some angle, in this case t, was equal to y. And we said the cosine of t was equal to x. Now, in a triangle, you have 3 sides to a triangle, right? So these 6 trigonometric functions all come from a different ratio depending on which sides you're using, okay? So the tangent is a function spelled like that, and the abbreviation is tan of t. That is equal to y over x. So it's this side over this side, okay? And that's tangent of t, okay? Let's see, we'll continue here. Then we have a function called secant. The secant function, that's abbreviated SEC, and the SEC of t is equal to 1 over x. So it's this side over this side, okay? Then we have what's called cosecant. The cosecant abbreviation is CSC. So the cosecant of t, you might guess, is 1 over y. And then finally, the last one we have is called cotangent. And the abbreviation is COT. So all of our 6 trigonometric functions have 3-letter symbols, 3 letters for the symbol for that function. So the cotangent of t, it's the last one we have left, it's x over y. So it's this side over this side, okay? Those are the 6 trigonometric functions. So we've talked about sine and cosine. We do use those a lot, but we also use these other 4 functions. They call them the other trigonometric functions, but I don't know why they say it that way. It sounded funny to me, like the other guys, but they're just as good of functions as sine and cosine. So we'll talk more about them, but a lot of times they're going to say, here's some information, find the 6 trigonometric functions. These are the 6 trigonometric functions. The 6 trigonometric. Sometimes we abbreviate it as trig functions. Okay. And one thing I didn't mention, but I should, for tangent, x cannot equal 0. For secant, x cannot equal 0. Oops. For cosecant, y cannot equal 0. And for cotangent, y cannot equal 0. So just remember, we're still not dividing by 0.